Hey everyone! Welcome to the 5th episode of the 101 Scanlation tutorial series. In this video we will learn how to typeset in Photoshop. So, let's get started. In Photoshop, we can use 3 different tools to typeset. By using the basic text tool, by using the inbuilt action tool, and finally by using Typer tool, which is a free third-party plugin. We will discuss more about it at the end of the video. Let's start by importing our manga panel to Photoshop. As you can see, I've already cleaned the panel. I also have the translated file. I'll just copy-paste it from here. Now select the text tool from the tool menu. You can also use the shortcut T on your keyboard. Now click and drag inside the text bubble to make a text box and paste the text which we've copied earlier. Try to align the texts at the center of the text bubble. Now change the text size. In my case it's about 24 points. Your might be different depending on the dimensions of the manga panel. I've also changed the font to Kamika Title. Let's continue with the same process for the rest of the text bubbles. Now for the third bubble we have to change the orientation of the text. To do that, first copy the texts, then make a text box with the type tool and paste the texts inside it. Select everything and click on this icon which says, Toggle Text Orientation, to change the text orientation. Also align the texts at the center of the bubble. I'll also change the font to Kamika Title Axis, which is a bit bolder font, and also increase the font size to emphasize the word here. Let's continue with rest of the text bubbles. Now, let's take a look at the Photoshop's Actions tool. To open the Actions panel, head over to the Windows tab, then select Actions. You can use the shortcut Alt plus F9. This is the Actions tool. Photoshop comes with some default actions commands. You can try these out to see what Photoshop actions are capable of. Let's create a new folder and add all our actions inside it. To create a folder, click on this icon here. I'll name it Scanlation 101. You can put anything you want. Now let's create our first action by clicking on this icon. Let's give it a name. Here, you have the option to select a different folder to put this action command. You can also add a shortcut for this command along with colors. I'll leave it as it is. Now click on the record button to start recording the actions. Action are just steps. It records every steps or tools you use to create things in Photoshop. Let's see some examples. First, select the text tool and add some text here. we want this text to have a specific font size of about 24 points and the font to be Kamika title. After we are done with the adjustments, click in this stop button to stop recording the actions. Here, inside this Scanlation 101 folder, we just created our first action. If we open this up, we can see all the steps we have gone through to create this text here. Next time, instead of creating this text from scratch, choosing the font and adjusting the size every time, we can simply run the action by clicking on this icon. And you can do this as many times you want. You can further edit this text by double-clicking on it. I use actions to create SFX. Let's show you another example. Start by creating a new action. Select the text tool and add some text here. Let's increase the font size a bit. I'll also change the font color to red. Finally, I'll add a stroke FX to it. I'll keep the stroke width to 10 px and the color to black. Click on this icon to stop recording the action. And just like that, we can run this action to get this SFX as many times as we want. This really saves a lot of time. Now, let's take a look at the Typer tool. Let's start by installing the plugin first. Head over to this URL. From there, click on this download zip button to start your downloading. Unzip the folder and just run the CMD file. It should install the extension. Let's head back to Photoshop and see if we installed the plugin correctly. To open the Typer tool extension, go to Windows, then Extensions. It will show you all the Photoshop plugins installed in your computer. Click on the Typer tool and that's it. We installed the plugin correctly. Let's learn how to use the Typer Tools plugin. We will use the Typer Tools to typeset this panel. For it to work efficiently, you have to import the translated text first. I'll select and copy all the text from here, and paste it inside this box. You can jump to different lines using these arrow keys. Okay, so first we need to create a new style. I'll use this text from earlier and copy its values to the Typer tools. Then we will use the same style for the rest of the text boxes. To create a new style, click on this icon here. This will bring out the options to create our new style. Click on the text layer to see its values. And then just click on this icon to copy the lay styles. As you can see, it's using the same font as the one we created earlier, together with the size, color and alignment. Let's give it a name. You can also create folders and group them. Now click on the Save button to save the style. Here, you can see we have our first style. Now, to fill the text box, select the rectangular marquee tool and make a selection inside the text box. Jump to the text line you want to insert and just click on the button. Once pasted, it will automatically jump to the next line. You can also use the shortcut, Windows plus Control key to paste the text. This extension works similar to the Photoshop actions. If you miss some parts, you can always come back and do the final adjustments. This plugin works best if you are working on multiple mangas and always have a hard time remembering the fonts you are using. There's one drawback is that you can't save effects, like outline stroke or drop shadow, which are essentials while creating SFXs. but you can always use these tools in combinations and make your workflow efficient. Well, that concludes today's video. I'll see you in the next episode, which will be about creating SFX. Till then, bye.